Hello everyone, this is me Sharon, and for today's video I am going to show you how to crochet this granny square. And as you can see, the clusters are worked in slanted, so it's not the typical granny square that you usually make. And these are small squares, so the size is about 2.5 inches or about 6 centimeters. So that's how small it is, and you can make a lot of this to turn them into a bag or a blouse or whatever you want. You can even turn this one into a table runner, but of course you have to make a lot of these. And for this project, if you're going to use a fingering weight yarn like what I used, which is thinner than the medium weight, this is how it's looking like. So that will be the size that you will come up with if you use this fingering weight yarn. And also I used a 3.5mm crochet hook. So anything thicker yarn will make a bigger size for this project. So if you use a medium weight, it's gonna look, or it's gonna be bigger. And if you use a 5mm crochet hook, it's gonna be bigger. Okay, if you use a smaller hook, for sure this will come out even smaller than what I did. Now for this video, this one is intended for beginners, and so you can watch the rest of the video for you to understand how to make this square motif. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. To start, you're gonna make a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and after chaining 6, you're going to slip stitch into the first chain made, and then we will form a ring. So we're now going to start round 1. For round 1, we're going to chain 1, and then into the ring we're going to work 8 single crochets. And then after working 8 single crochets, we're going to finish the round by working a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. For round 2, we will start by chaining 1, and then into the same stitch where we worked chain 1, we're going to work a single crochet. Now we're going to start with the cluster of double crochets. We're going to start by chaining 3, and then into the single crochet itself, and you're going to insert the hook in here and then work 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. So we have formed a cluster of double crochets. Then we're going to skip a stitch or 1 single crochet, and into the second we're gonna start again by working 1 single crochet, and then we will repeat working chain 3, 1 2 3, which counts as 1 double crochet, and then into the single crochet we're gonna work 3 more double crochets. So we need to have 4 of these clusters in total, and then do not forget to skip a stitch when you form another cluster, and then you start by working a single crochet. Now to end the round, we're going to work a slip stitch into the first single crochet made, which is the same as where we started our cluster of 4 double crochets. Now for round 3, we're gonna start by chaining 1 into the same stitch. We're gonna work 1 single crochet. Now we're going to chain 3, and then same as what we did before, into the same single crochet we're gonna work 3 more double crochets. So we have 1 2 and 3, and we're going to work a single crochet on top of the chain 3 of the next cluster. So make sure you're on the 3rd top chain, and then you're gonna work 1 single crochet in there, and then we will repeat forming the cluster same as what we did before. So for every cluster of previous round, we're gonna add 2 clusters on the 2 sides of it. So all in all, we should have about 4 clusters that was on round 2, and we're gonna grow this clusters of double crochets, and by the end of this round we should have about 8. And so into the next stitch we're gonna work a single crochet after working the cluster. So that's what it looks like, and we will just repeat that into the next 3 clusters. So for every cluster of 4 double crochets, we're gonna work 2 around it. So in here we're going to chain 3 again, and then work 3 double crochets. So at first it could be very confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it will be very easy, because you only need to work 4 rounds in order to make this motif. Now when you close this round, you're just going to simply work a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet that we made. It is also where we did our first cluster of 4 double crochets. So that's round 3. For the final round, or round 4, we're gonna start by chaining 4, which counts as 1 treble crochet. Into the same stitch, we're gonna work 1 more, so we should have 2 trebles or treble crochet. And then we're gonna chain 2, and then this will make half of the corner, and then we're gonna skip chain 3, and then into the next 3 double crochets we're gonna work 1 single crochet into each. Now we're making the side of the square motif. After that, we're gonna work 1 single crochet in there, and then into the next 3 chains, which is a chain 3 of the other cluster of double crochets, we're gonna work 1 single crochet into each. So we should have a total of 7 single crochets in a row, and this will make one side of this square. Now to make the corner, we're gonna chain 2 and then 2 treble crochets in here. So we have 1, and then we're going to have 1 more treble, and then chain 2. So we should have 4, a total of 4 of these, and then do not forget to chain 2 in between the trebles. And then we'll make the other side again, and we're going to skip chain 3 and work 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets, and then do not forget to work 1 more single crochets into the middle of the 2 clusters of the previous round. So this is the spot where we would add the single crochet, and then into the next 3 chains, which is the chain 3, we're gonna work 1 single crochet into each. So as you can see, we're forming the sides of this square motif, and in between we should have 2 trebles in between chain 2. So that's how easy it is. Once you get back around, this is what it's looking like, and we're gonna finish the corner by working chain 2 and then slip stitch on top of the 4th beginning chain, and then that's it. We're going to work a slip stitch in there and then cut off the yarn fast enough and weave in all the ends. So I'm not really a big fan of joining pieces together, but I really like this motif because it's unique and it's different than the regular granny squares that we see online. And that is how you can make this square motif. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and in my next video maybe I'll show you how to join the pieces and make them into something like a mini bag or a pouch. So stay tuned.